In this box is a 48 volt single motor electric scooter that is supposedly capable of reaching a 28 mile an hour top speed. This scooter is currently sat on the Ausom website at £440, so let's see if this scooter is actually worth spending your pennies on. Now we've got the Ausom L1 all unboxed and ready to rip, but before we take it for a shred, we need to take a look at some of the features that come along on this budget scooter. So up at the handlebars, we're starting with the brakes. We've got mechanical brakes, which means they are cable, they are not hydraulic brakes, but we do have discs front and rear, and we have ABS on this scooter, which is going to assist you when braking. On the left of the handlebars, we will find the controls for the left and right indicators. Although they are small indicators, it is useful having them on the scooter. And then the only other button we have on this side is a horn button. The other button seems to be a fake. On the right hand side of the handlebars is where we will find our power button and mode controls. So this is how we will turn the scooter on, flick through the 3 modes that are available on this scooter, and we have the headlight button on there too. Moving down the scooter, this is an adjustable handlebar scooter, which means we can pull this yellow lever and the handlebars will come up and down, which is great for adjusting for different riders and for transporting the scooter. And just below the handlebar adjustment is where we will find the front headlight. Headlights are always useful to have on these things. You never know when you might get caught out in the dark, and being able to see and be seen is vital. Down below the headlight, we've got the folding mechanism on this scooter, and this is actually the second Ausom scooter that I'm reviewing. I was really impressed with how strong and sturdy the folding mechanism was on the first Ausom that I tried, so hopefully this is the same. On the front, we've got a 10-inch all-terrain tyre, and because this is not a dual hub motor scooter, we have no controls, no motor in the front. It is literally just a wheel with brakes on it. But tucked behind the front wheel, we do have some suspension to make for a smoother ride. Coming down to the neck of the scooter deck, we've got integrated cables, which means they run through the frame of the scooter. They also run down into this single charger, which is covered by a waterproof flap on the scooter as well. Then moving right to the back of the scooter, we have got the rear suspension shock tucked underneath the footplate, and we've got another 10-inch all-terrain tyre, but this one is powered by the hub motor. This hub motor is capable of pulling 800 continuous watts of power, or a peak power of just over 1000 watts, which for a 48 volt scooter isn't that bad. With the L1 being a folding scooter, this is ideal for transportation and for storage. The folding mechanism is easy to use, and with the scooter only weighing 28 kg, this is ideal for lifting in and out of vehicles. With the Ausom L1, we get 2 of these. These are NFC key cards, and these are going to power on the scooter. So you walk over to the scooter, hold the power button, the screen will power on, and then we'll tap one of these at the top of the screen. That will then unlock the display, and we have full power to the scooter. It does actually come with a spare NFC card that you can keep safe at home, so if you do lose the 2 keys when you're out riding, you have got a backup. And we're going to get riding this L1 scooter with the single motor at the back. We're in eco mode, flat out at the minute, getting about 11 mile an hour. So we're going to bump it up straight away into sport. Now the sport is the middle mode on this scooter. We have got 3 modes with the L1. We've got eco, sport and race. Race being the highest, eco being the subtle slowest, sport being the medium ground. And there's a few things that I want to test on this scooter today. With it being a 28 mile an hour top speed, that is obviously something we're going to have to test. Along with the top speed, I want to be testing the off-road capability, which I guess we're slightly testing now. As well as the off-road capability, we just want to look at the all-round build quality of this scooter. Seeing that it is a budget option for £440, we want to make sure that we are getting the best bang for buck when spending that lower end budget price. Already the dual suspension is coming in handy, insisting that we have a smooth ride. Although there is no adjustment on the rear shocks other than preload, it is still helping out massively. With it being winter in the UK, we haven't got many off-road options to test this scooter out on. Plus, with the UK laws making these things illegal for anywhere that is public, it makes it way harder for us to actually find somewhere to ride. So today looks like we're cruising with the sheep, although they clearly don't like the scooter. With this scooter coming in the £440 price range, we're not expecting a lot, but we are expecting the bare minimum of basic off-road riding. We want it to feel durable, we want it to feel smooth, we want it to feel comfortable. With this scooter being able to reach speeds of up to 28 miles an hour, obviously we need some half decent brakes on it. And with the disc brakes, front and rear, they are going to perform as best as we need them to, but they have mechanical brakes instead of hydraulic brakes, which again is expected from a budget scooter of this price range. The battery in this scooter is actually a 48 volt 15.6 amp hour battery. It has a charge time of 11 hours from dead up to 100% using the 1.5 amp hour charger that was provided with the scooter. Seeing as I can't off-road test this scooter too much, we are going to try and give it a wheelie test. Because we have a rear hub motor, this should make it possible for us to pop a wheelie or two. So we're going to put it into race mode, which is the highest power mode. Going to stick a foot down, hit the throttle and hope we can pop a wheelie. Oh, all day long, all day long. You do have to start from slower speeds, but it will pop that wheel up. Let's try a 2-footer. Okay, this has got the capability. If I was better at balancing this thing, I think it is definitely a wheelie scooter. So I was hoping to find a few little jumps around here today that we could test the suspension out on this scooter, but I don't think we're going to find any. So all we can do is ride on this slightly rough terrain over the few little bumps and jumps that are available. But so far, I'm impressed with the build quality of this scooter. I'm going to go slow through the mud because that is where you will slip out. Again, for the price range, it feels solid and comfortable for the speeds that we are going. So although I did not start on 100% on this scooter today, we are still going to have to give it that top speed run test. We are on roughly around 80%. I've got the GPS in my hand. We're going to slide to start. This should give us a true reading of the top speed that we can get down here. So without further ado, we're going to keep the phone in the hand and we're just going to hit it. Race mode, full throttle on the 48 volt, supposedly 28 mile an hour top speed scooter. It's slow on acceleration, but we are slightly uphill for the time being. Now we're going slightly downhill, so we should start picking up. We've got that battery light flashing, showing that we are maybe using a bit too much battery already. We're getting up to 23 mile an hour. Can we get 24? We're struggling to get 24. All we're getting is 23 so far. Slightly uphill still. Maybe that's playing part in it. Let's see if we can carry on around the corner. Still only getting to that 21 mile an hour top speed. Still only 21. It looks like that's all we're going to get. We're going to let off the throttle and we're going to see what the phone says. So according to the phone, we were actually only getting 23 mile an hour, so nowhere near the 28 mile an hour top speed, 5 mile an hour less. But for a lot of that we were uphill, so we're going to pause it, stop it, and now I'm going to have to spin around and we're going to try the same thing but going back the other way to see if we can get any better out of this scooter. So once again, we're going to slide to start, phone staying in the hand. Let's do it. Push to start on this scooter, so you have got to give it a little push to get going. You can turn that off in the display, but I like to leave these things absolutely standard from when I buy them. So we're getting to 22 already on the screen. We've got a slight corner. Corners nicely considering. Back on the throttle, we're getting 22 mile an hour again, 23 this time, 24. Now we're seeing some results. Maybe we were going too far uphill last time. I might have seen 25 then, but it's still saying 24. Doesn't look like we're going to pull any more than 24. Back down to 22, 23, and then we're going to let off. That is all we're going to get. So once again, looking at the GPS data, we have a top speed of 24 mile an hour, so it's a true 24. Seems like the speedometer was correct. Maybe if we were at 100% battery on some flatter, smoother terrain, we might have pulled that 28 mile an hour, but 4 mile an hour off isn't that bad. So with the ridiculous laws here in the UK, it means that these scooters are not permitted for public use. So who are these scooters for? Well, the reason that these scooters are still sold is there is actually still a lot of uses for them. They are perfect if you are going to racing events or private events that is on private land that allow small electric vehicles to be driven around. If you've got a lot of walking to do, they are the perfect vehicle for that. Not only that, if you have a small plot of land, a driveway or a tarmacked area, this budget version of the scooter is the perfect option to have a little toy to play around on for half an hour to an hour a day for you and your kid to get out and enjoy. It's not too fast for the kids, it's still fun and fast enough for you, and it's a perfect small budget option for that. So then I think the perfect target market for these scooters here in the UK is actually people who plan on taking these scooters out of the UK. If you do a lot of camping, a lot of traveling around Europe, a lot of traveling, a lot of van life sort of lifestyle, then these scooters can be the perfect mobility option for when you reach your destination and you don't want to move your setup. I know that a lot of Europe is similar to England and these things aren't exactly legal, but I do know that a lot of Europe is a lot more lenient with these vehicles, and some of Europe has better laws on these in general. So if that sounds like something that you get up to and you do, I would say that this is a brilliant budget option scooter for doing exactly that. It is small, compact, light, it's not too fast, it's not too powerful, it's a perfect little cruiser for your everyday needs. The Ausom L1 has an expected mileage of 70 kilometers, which is roughly 43 miles, but this is always going to be in the lowest power mode on the vehicle available. So in our case, this is going to be eco mode. At the minute we're in race, we're flat out in the fastest mode. If you stayed in eco mode from 100% right down to around 20%, then you would roughly get that expected mileage. But if you are going to be like me and you're going to be flat out in the highest power mode, you can expect to get a lot less than this. Ideally, you're probably going to be looking at 15 miles, maybe 20 miles, but the range test is something we're definitely going to have to do at a later date on this scooter.
New beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, move G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword, swinging blades at these scrubs. Flock like bugs to the light, getting right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really got a type. Off top bullshit. All I needed was a mic. Yeah. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your bags and take flight. Don't worry, it's all covered. Hey, live your life while you can. Our days are all numbered. Rain could cause thunder, but the sun comes after, clearing up the disaster.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody day's a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Yeah.
So take it from me, I got some places I
To sum it up, the Ausom L1 is a strong competitor for a scooter of this price range. If you are interested in taking a look at the Ausom L1 or any of the other Ausom products, the link to the website will be down below in the description of this video, along with any discount codes I can offer. With that being said, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to see more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching, I'm Matt Francis signing out. Peace.
known to play mine to a T, but it's time for me to lead. Picking dirt right out the cleats. Steep path, roadblocks in the streets, trying to knock me off my feet, cause the devil never sleeps.